Hey there, I'm Sarah A. Chrisman, the author of The Tales of Chetzemoka, and a lot of people have been asking how things are going with the house repairs that my husband and I are doing, and the short answer to that is slowly. There was a lot wrong with this place when we moved in. If anyone knows a fairy godmother, please send her my way. I'd love a fairy godmother. Or, just someone with a lot of money. But anyhow, we're working on it all. Nothing's finished. I'm waiting to do any videos on all those big projects until they are finished, because one of the first rules of writing is don't publish stuff till you've got an ending for it. It's just a simple rule of being a writer. Anyhow, one of the things that did get finished fairly early on was when we moved in, we had to clean out all the mountains and huge heaps of trash that got left by the previous owners. So there was a lot of it. So that's what this video is about, cleaning out all the trash. And I hope you like it.
When we first moved in, besides all the functional things wrong with it, the house was full of trash. There were half-empty beer bottles scattered all over the floor in the basement. Someone's hardcore porn was in the basement. It just went on and on. It would have been really nice to find the sort of treasures that seem to always get left in old houses in Nancy Drew novels, but in real life, those are few and far between. Mostly it was just junk. Before we could even start working on things like the plumbing, we had to clear out the trash so we could walk and move in the house. Here are a few of the highlights, or lowlights, as the case may be.
So this is a bucket half full of water and a bunch of whatever was in these spray cans that rusted out, and so the bottoms just opened up and dumped all their garbage into the water. Isn't it a marvelous stew?
Oh, while Gabriel's been working on the plumbing, my job has been going through all of the stuff that was left behind in this house for who knows how long. There have been a lot of stuff, and we've been dividing the stuff we want to keep from the stuff we want to give away to the stuff we want to throw away. And wow, it's a task. The basket itself can probably get kept. I'll have to. That's a candy wrapper. That's probably a 20-year-old candy wrapper. Okay, I'll go through that. Let's see. Boot box, this sounds promising. Which is empty. Okay. And filthy, hideous pillow is going in the trash. And empty Christmas box. Okay, trash.
Never ending.
It is never ending, isn't it?
But we will eventually have it all gone.
Yes.
Hot pot cables for hot plate cables for hot plates that don't exist anymore at all.
Right.
Mixers of all the sorts of varieties of all the eras of mankind.
So here's one iteration of the free pile. I've been taking things out, and people have been picking things up for the past 3 days. So this is one point in that cycle. This is not everything I've taken out, because people have been taking things away. But this is one stage of that. These are the things people might conceivably have a use for. And then over there is the trash pile of things that are just unquestionably garbage. And this doesn't even count the stuff we're keeping. I also removed this rather interesting sort of light cover, I guess it was, at some point. I'm not sure, but it's
smelly, and it's going in the trash now. So yeah, there's that. And there's obviously a lot more junk in here, which is not going to be fun. I don't want to know what those are. They look like beans, but they could be some insect cocoons, which I really don't want to think about, so I'm going to sweep those up now. And yeah, this is just going to be a huge mess to clean up, but the trick is not going through the ceiling beneath me in the process of cleaning it up. So, yeah, adventures. The really sad thing I found up here that this was a really nice fur at some point. It was really cool. Pile of the fur that had fallen off of that poor fur that someone shoved up here. So, as you can see, it's lost this much hair. There's no salvaging that thing. And the hair that is still on there is just falling off in clumps, but it breaks my heart. It was a nice fur. Right. And I love fur. And I would have loved to save that, but sometimes things are just past saving. And that just gets to be sad. You can see where it's, fallen all over the floor. There's just this chunks of fur falling off of that. The master fur that somebody shoved in the attic. And I don't know why they did that. There were a lot of things shoved in bad places in here, and it's a shame because there was a lot of absolute trash that was lovingly preserved, and then they just shoved things like priceless furs in the attic. But this is a whole box I found in a closet of what once were nice old sheets that someone had really lovingly, painstakingly darned. They obviously spent a lot of work on this. And then sometime later, someone else turned them into snowflakes. No accounting for people. And here we have 1,000 plastic spoons, complete with dead bugs. When I started, this whole section of the room was covered with this broken mortar out of the bricks here, and I've been scooping it up dustpan by dustpan. So here we have discovered the lost burial ground of the ancestral housefly community, which appears to... Hello, Mr. Wasp. Please stay away from me. You're still alive. That is an interesting wiring job. I've never seen anything quite like that. Doesn't work. But someone tried something interesting. So you said that's definitely not original to this house.
I don't think so. The wiring's too new, the metal's too thin. It looks like it's later, but it was a pendant fixture. We clearly had it rigged up in here at some point. I can see where the screw was. And the screw probably got loosened by the water coming down from the leaks, and the light probably fell, so they wired it to the pipe. It all made sense at the time. I'm sure it made complete sense at the time. But right now, I don't want to do it anymore. So therefore, we're probably not going to have this sort of light in here. Now are we? Here's some of the terrible old carpet that we're tearing out of the basement. Underneath. Back to rolling this stuff up. Oh look, a water bottle. Watch out, more plaster dust is going to fall out. This is a heavy one. So this is the little outbuilding for the house, which was originally built as the first gas station in this county in the 1920s, and is going to become a bicycle shop for me, of course. But we didn't get a key to this when we bought the house, and in fact, no one has a key to it, it seems. So, or at least all the people who may have had keys to it have died, and who knows where those keys went. So, we're going to have to drill out the lock in order to get in there. So, give me just a moment here, and
Do you see anything?
Yes, wonderful things. What is this? What do we have? Delta Sky Magazine. That's a really odd thing to find inside an old gas station corner. Oh, I hope they haven't concreted the chimney closed. I don't know what that is, but I think they can go in the free pile probably, right?
Oh yeah, someone will want those.
Somebody will definitely want those. This, on the other hand, what do you think?
I don't know. It's probably pretty infested with bugs by now.
I think it probably is.
Let's get rid of that.
Yes. I think this is too dirty to survive. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty filthy.
Okay. Bye-bye, welcome.
I think that if people wiped their feet on that, they'd bring in more dirt than if they just came without wiping their feet, period.
I think that is true.
And I think it's to the point where if we tried to clean it, there'd be nothing left.
Yes. Plus, it's one of those artificial materials that just seems like ultra-compressed mouse fur. So that seems to be a fairly common response we get when they say, "Are you going to live here?" We say, "Yeah." And they say, "Really?" Kind of interesting.
I didn't catch that last part.
Kind of interesting. I wonder what it tells us exactly.
And here in the attic we have an old, enormous TV antenna, which wouldn't even work even if we were the sort of people who watch TV. This wouldn't work anymore because all the systems have been switched over to digital. So this is going away, away, away. It's rather huge.
I told you there were rats in the walls. You didn't believe me.
These are where rats are indeed getting somewhere into the walls, from whence they decide they want to gnaw on whatever is there. I have no idea what's in there, but they're definitely gnawing on it, because we can both hear it. And it is not a good thing. So we want to make sure we block off all access. And I'm looking for other places where they might be getting it.
Oh. That's charming. Great. So these are the china cupboards, meant for holding nice dishes. And I was just working down here, cleaning things out. Now up there is the drainage pipe for the upstairs bathroom. Now we knew it was cracked, and it needs some work before we can get the upstairs bathroom functional. Yeah, we knew that needed work. And so that's where all of the everything from the upstairs bathroom drains. So you can just picture to yourself the sort of stuff that goes through there. And down the pipe we have the cupboard that's supposed to hold china. And yeah, that's gonna be fun scrubbing that out. Really, honestly, it's gonna be really fun. So, it's been a while since I found any dead or live animals or any porn, so that's good. I think we've got everything cleaned up. And so that's progress of a sort. So these things are progress. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, oh, and we'll, as things eventually get finished, then I'll make the videos about them. So again, if you know any fairy godmothers, send them our way. Or, just loads of cash, that works too. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a nice thumbs up. And remember to tell your friends about my books. Happy reading! Cute
There he
little
is.
bat.
Just don't want to get bit.
He is so cute. There he goes.
Okay. There he is.